Welcome to my YouTube channel Read to Level Up, and I'll be sharing with you guys about summarized version of personal growth books you want to grow and you don't have time to read, or you need more clarity about the things you read, or you're just lazy to read. You're in the right place. So before we begin, hit that like button and give a little love to that subscribe button as well, or do both, and let's jump right in. So today I'll be sharing with you guys about the importance of improving 1% each day, and my reference today is Atomic Habits Chapter 1 by James Clear. So we all have goals in our life. Losing weight, building a business, writing a book, or winning a championship, whatever it is. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves that we need to make some earth-shattering movements, like earth-shattering improvements that everybody want to talk about, that everybody will talk about. And we convince ourselves that massive success requires massive action. And we overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements on a daily basis. For example, I took this example as writing an examination. We think that writing that exam, that exact 2 or 3 hours that we write it, is the most important part. It is important, but studying daily, asking questions from teachers, and doing some past papers, and discussing the things that you don't understand with your friends, those are important too. So first, let's go to some mathematics and a graph. Let's consider 1 year. So a single year has 365 days. So if you get 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up being 37 times better by the time that you're done. And conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for a year, you'll decline near 0. So let's take this graph, and the x-axis is the time and the y-axis is your result. So this dotted line shows your current status, and if you get better, you'll be better by the time that you're done. And if you get worse 1% each day, you'll decline near 0.
The x-axis is the time and the y-axis are the results, and this dotted line over here, this line, that's the current status of your situation. And if you improve this graph, it shows that with time you end up improving 37 times better, and if you decline, you'll go near to 0. So that's what basically this graph means.
What this graph shows is that what starts as a small win or a minor setback accumulate into something big, something much more. But this concept is very hard to appreciate in real life because of 2 things. Number 1, we neglect small changes as they seemed not to be very important at the moment. For example, if you save a little money, you're not a millionaire yet. And if you go to a gym for 3 days in a row, you're still out of shape. And if you study a language one night, you still can't speak it. So we make these few changes, but results don't come that quickly. So what happens is we slowly slide back to our normal routine. And number 2 is slow phase transition. Also make it easy for a bad habit to slide back. In the first case, we go back to our normal routine, and here a bad habit is gonna slide back. So if you eat an unhealthy meal today, there's no change in the scale. And if you work late night, ignoring your family just for one day, they won't get angry with you. But when you repeat these mistakes over and over again, what happens is they compound into a toxic result. First, let's take an example in the book. I took this because it's very nice. So imagine you're flying from Los Angeles to New York, and the pilot at Los Angeles adjusts its nose piece to like 3.5 degrees south, which is not noticeable at the takeoff. But you will land in Washington, D.C. instead of New York because of that. That 3.5 degrees, you can't even see that. But when it's magnified across the United States, you'll end up hundreds of miles apart. So similarly, a slight change in your daily habits can guide you to a different destination. So your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habits. Your net worth is a lagging measure of your financial habits. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habits. And your knowledge is a lagging measure of your learning habits. So you simply get what you repeat. You simply get what you repeat. So time can magnify the margin between success and failure. It magnifies whatever you feed to it. So good habits make time your ally. Meanwhile, the bad habits make time your enemy. So habits are a double-edged sword. A sword. So bad habits can cut you down, whereas good habits can build you up. So understanding this concept is very crucial because we need to avoid the dangerous half of this blade. So I hope you guys understood the importance of improving 1% each day, and I hope you guys learned something. And if you do, be cool to like it, share it, and subscribe, and run around the channel for more meaningful content. And I kind of have an urge to share everything that I read, so this is the best way. And I'll see you guys with another video. Bye.